I've always been a little more particular about what I want to do, the kind of films I want to do. I've never shied away from saying a no if I don't want to do a film. It takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of strength, but that's fine. I mean, somewhere it's not just about growing your body of work, but also growing as a person and evolving.
Hi guys, this is Ankita. You're tuned to PeepingMoon.com. Today we have with us the gorgeous Yami Gautam, but this time I'll take away the term gorgeous because this time Ginny is making sure that she is loved by one and all. So G for gorgeous and G for Ginny. How's it? How are you reading in the response? How's it feeling right now?
Hi Ankita, thank you so much for having me part of your show, and it feels really good. It feels really good. The messages are still coming in, the tweets are still coming in. There's so many. I think social media has come in so handy at this time, especially to gauge, the reaction of the audience, and I'm so happy and I'm so thankful to each one of them. That's why I'm making a point to thank as many people as I can personally. There's nothing like a personal reply, so I'm trying, but it's reaching me. The love's reaching me. The love's reaching the team, Vikrant, everyone. So I'm really happy.
Yami, you started with television with a very famous show. I remember watching it, so I'm going to take the name Changi Park. I remember it. And since then, what, like more than a decade, and here we are sitting for a film interview. Your journey has been nothing but, I would say, strange in a manner. You took baby steps. It was not a full throttle, I will be doing like hundreds of films when I entered into Bollywood. You picked up very selectively, or was it like Guinea, you were confused कि मुझे अभी क्या करना है या मुझे ऐसे ही करना है?
It's very sweet of you to name that show, but you remember it. But let me tell you, it was one of the quickest shows to be pulled off air. Let me tell
Why
you.
not?
It didn't
That was
do
the
well.
age of TV. At that time, the craze, all the stars were
Yeah.
crazy.
But anyways, coming back to my journey, it's how do I sum it up? Yeah, but talking straight, I think answering your question, no, I wasn't confused. Asking, I was. They were both the things. I've always been a little more particular about what I want to do, the kind of films I want to do. I've never shied away from saying a no if I don't want to do a film. But having said that, it's not that I also had some X number of choices that I wanted in terms of roles, in terms of concepts and films and scripts that came my way. It didn't happen also like that. So I had to choose whatever best option I got at that point of time. So it didn't, which was very strange. I mean, the most strange thing has to be for me was having made a debut with a film like Vicky Donor, which won so many critical and commercial accolades, and everybody's appreciating your work, everybody's writing good things about you, and still I didn't understand why, if I have to really retrospect things, that why I didn't get roles that I felt I deserved, or it would exploit my potential, or it'll help me and directors and audience explore my potential and see my range as a versatile actor that I want to be. um, but it didn't happen. But I have a philosophical way also of looking at things, that maybe there's always a reason behind it. This journey is so important. It's so important for you to see the other side also, what it and earn things the hard way. I mean, I started enjoying this. So for me, my mind is so conditioned right now that I'm balanced. That I'm as balanced for a film not doing well as much as when a film does well. So I just take things as they come my way. And luckily, 2019 has been a really good year commercially, and as a performer in terms of roles with Uri and with Bala. And I think what followed again with Ginny Weds Sunny, the fact that when people appreciate your work, they can see your hard work, they can see the effort, and as a performer. So there's nothing more gratifying. So I don't think I would like to change anything about my journey. I think I respect that. I respect every phase and everything. And you've got to do that. You've got to accept it and embrace it, and let go a lot of things and not keep them in your heart. So I've learned that. And so hence I think it's been very fulfilling.
But Yami, if I talk to you not so philosophically about this, your roles have always been different. I haven't seen a similarity in any of your roles if I have to compare in the handful of films. And handful only I'm saying in Hindi, because you've done a lot of work down in South. You have done one in Punjabi, if I'm not mistaken. Um, was it always that uh, I that sometimes it happens, because I've been talking to Ali and Arjun and all these guys, and they've been telling me of late that sometimes the success is a little too late. Thoda to it comes like, acha thoda time nikal gaya. Does it happen with you also, that a little too late with so much of body of work still?
No, I think I got it fairly for my first film. I don't think the kind of, exactly what I said, the kind of recognition and the kind of which was very unexpected. I mean, we just knew that we're making a good film. At least the intention is really good, and that's about it. What followed was a big surprise for all of us. So I think uh, the love and the connection with people was instant for me. I was not. It was not about recognition of who Yami is. It was only about recognition of the talent and the potential and the range and um, the kind of scripts that follow you. Recognition is not is it's not that difficult, especially in today's time, to today's day and age of social media. You know, um, it's just about, because you know yourself the best. You know what you're here for. You know what you want to do. There are multiple perspectives to what fame means to you, what success means to you. So for me, it was never about recognition. It was, I mean, these things are part and parcel which comes with my job, but that's not the core of my job. The core of my job is work. Is what you guys watch on screen. You don't know the backstory. The audience doesn't know what happened. Now they're interested. Now they want to know, especially with social media, when or interviews like these, when the interactions become very personal. They ask you about your journey, and people appreciate and connect more with you if you just speak the truth and be real. And so for me, it's only been about getting those parts or those scripts which people don't imagine me conventionally, that she could be the first choice for
Like,
this role.
interrupt and say, when I saw you in Bala, I was for first 10 seconds, I'm like,
Exactly.
no. And after the movie, I'm like, oh my God, like this couldn't have been better.
So exactly. So that was, I mean, all thanks to Amar, for that, Amar and Dinu to believe. So I wouldn't. So I'm exactly. So it's, for me, I learned it's also about being patient and try and be consistent. It takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of strength, but that's fine. I mean, somewhere it's not just about growing your body of work, but also growing as a person and evolving. I'm not the same person that began, when I began my journey in terms of understanding a lot of things. Of course, at the core, I'm still the same, but you've got to, if you want to evolve as an actor, you've also got to evolve as a person. It doesn't happen always, but I'm glad that I can say that, yeah, I see a very positive and a very healthy change. And so yeah, this was about me.
One thing which has been consistent with you is, I mean, you don't bow down to adversities, be it coming from trolls, be it calling out something. It's selective in the sense, like, you won't all, I have seen, at least what I have followed your career. It's not you always like marching into the field and saying, oh, I have to say something about it. But whenever you do, you're very clear. uh, you have, from your fairness cream to the awards to everything, there's something very straightforward about you. And trust me, this is one thing which I've been reading in the comments consistently, that she's very clear. She's very straightforward. I'm like, I'll ask Yami, what's this from where you get into this headspace when unfortunately we're in a time where, as you have said, social media is a boon, but it's also a bane. It's not as easy as it looks, and as an artist it can be really challenging way to draw the line.
It is very challenging. And when we call for some events or seminars where you talk about depression and mental health and social media, that has a very big part in today's time. I mean, to see yourself and to judge yourself through this lens is it can be so tricky. It's not right, because that's not the reality always. So you've got to find that thin line. You got to draw that line for yourself, that this is what is my takeaway from this side, and this is something which I'll have to ignore. This is something which is important for me to voice out, because somewhere it makes a difference. I will never jump in any matter or in anything, as you were asking, just for the effect, or just like that, just to sound, even I have an opinion. When I have an opinion, I will voice it out. When I really believe and really connect with something, it's really important. That there's some issues which I mean, as we would need as many voices as possible, but not everything, and especially in today's time where everything comes only to us, reaches only very in a very opinionated matter.
Exactly.
Like today, a news is not just news. Was always meant to be information. It was always meant to be best known fact. But now they're opinions already. So how do I make my judgment? How do I know before talking that that's correct or not? Because from somebody else's perspective, no, that's not the truth. It's something else. So then why to engage myself in something which I know can go either ways wrong, and I'm going to be misinterpreted and misconstrued, and it will end up hurting me, maybe, no matter how much you say. Either you are so strong or you're so immune to it that you don't care and you've said what you want to do. And it's happened with me also in some cases, but I've just said, regardless of, it doesn't matter what anyone says. But otherwise, I'm an actor. I'm here to do a job. You're a sensitive, everybody, we all have, not just actors, but we carry some sensitivity in us in some form or the other. And no matter, I'll be lying if I'll say, no, it doesn't affect. Of course it does. And it'll distract me from my work, from my main work that I'm here to do. So nobody's going to tell me all these things. I have to understand and be very clear on my stand, that this is something where I'm required to speak. This is something because I want to, not because people are forcing or there's a pressure that you have to. I don't believe in that. And,
This
and and this is something which so that clarity, especially today, is it's so important to draw that line. Otherwise, there's no end to it.
I am talking about the distraction which we love. What is with you making Vikrant Masse dance to those videos? I mean, what is that Raita Feline thing is happening there? That is another level of 90s thing. आप लोगों को कुछ वैसा ही next करना चाहिए whenever you guys collaborate further. What is that side? Can you just give us a backstory? It is hilarious. I wish it was part of the film somewhere.
Massey G it's yeah. I think we must do an interview together. It'll be you'll die laughing. With him, it's so difficult to just give very straight answers and just to keep a very straight expression. So what happened on set was we were having a crazy work schedule. It was we were shooting back to back and all those things, and which happens, long working hours and waking up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. And being an actress, of course, you have to. All actresses, actors just have to maybe they can enter the van, get ready in like 20 minutes, and that's about it. We need time. We need time for wardrobe,
Of
hair, and
course.
makeup, every day. And especially if it's a shadi sequence and all, you're gone. So, so that was the only. So there was one fine day was supposed to be an off, and we had back-to-back night shifts also. And वो कहने की बात होती है कि night shifts हैं, but सुबह तो you can sleep. I can't sleep like that. I'm not somebody who can comfortably sleep unless I'm absolutely dead. In the morning, you do tend to wake up. You will get some call, or even you put your phone on silent. But there's a habit of waking up at a certain time, so you will wake up. Now that was the only holiday that we had, and for some reason I did a mistake of announcing that, oh, I'm just going to sleep, I'm just going to do this, I'm going to go to a spa, and but everything after my sleep, and no calls, nothing, and that's about it. And it was just 7. It was not even 7 in the morning, and I was sleeping in that state where you wake up and you feel मैं कहाँ हूँ, ये कौन सी जगह है, हाँ घर तो नहीं लग रहा. I was in that state. In that state, I'm reading on my phone. I think did I forget to keep my phone on silent, or I don't know what happened. I got hold of my phone, and I think I forgot to put my phone on silent. Like, I was that tired last night. I just forgot. And I read Vikrant Massey. And I'm thinking to myself, Vikrant Massey is calling me. That slow my mind is, and that tired my mind is. Like, I couldn't believe that. Why would he call me? Is he in some trouble? Is he okay? Because what happened the previous night, these guys had some plans. So Aman, my stylist, and Natasha, my hair and makeup artist. So these guys had a Mahima. So everybody had a plan of going out for dinner. I didn't, because I didn't want to just crash. So these guys were anyway like together, and they must have, I don't know what, decided something. And so I'm like, I just couldn't believe that. Why would he call me? Anyway, I took his call. Hello, Masiji, what happened? All okay, you guys? And my immediate thought was, oh my God, like, did these guys reach back like hotel safely, or what happened? Are they okay? And he's like, Mrs. Some funny thing. He said, hello, Miss Gautam, open the door. Something like that. He starts singing, and I'm like, huh? And I opened, and I just put my phone on. I was like, please stop playing this prank and let me sleep. And I put my phone on silent. And then there's this bell ringing happening and everything. And I opened the door, and there's Natasha, Aman, everybody's at the door, and they said, listen, we've been trying to stop him from calling you since like last night. He wanted to break your sleep long back. We've been holding literally him. Chalo, Yami ko tang karte, Yami ji ko tang karte. So I said, I actually, there are pictures which I don't know if I'll post it or not, but I'm just amazed. I'm just sitting like that I don't believe that you broke my sleep on a day which was an only off. I'm amazed. And he said, hello, Miss Gautam, let's go for breakfast. And so I said, chalo, would गए तो breakfast कर लेते हैं, ठीक है. So we all went down, we all stepped down for breakfast, and then he was sleepy, and then he was super sleepy. कि अच्छा भाई, okay, now तो मतलब we all can sleep respectively. I said, no, do one thing ना, आप सब आओ जरा एक कप ऐसे चाय पी लेते हैं थोड़ा सा ऐसे. So he said, नहीं, चाय से मेरी नींद खराब हो जाएगी. मैंने कहा, एक कप चाय में कुछ नहीं होता. हाँ, actually कुछ नहीं होता. हाँ, just like 10 minutes and we'll all sit together, and then हाँ, मैंने कहा हाँ, okay. मैंने सबको अंदर किया, तीनों को अंदर किया. मैंने दरवाजा बंद किया. मैंने कहा, अब लगाओ गाना and you dance. Show us that you're from Shawang Dance Academy. Now you dance. He said, what? He said, yeah, now dance. Now I'm not sleepy, and you have to repay for doing what you did to me.
It was a dancing revenge.
It was a dancing revenge. He was like, Yami, I'm too tired, I'm too sleepy. I said, I know, I can see that. But you're not allowed to leave. I will not let you leave. Then he tried to run, he tried to escape, and finally then you put on some music. I said, okay, now come on. And this is just a snippet. We made him dance like on I don't know how many songs till the time he begged. He was on the floor. When he was on the floor, he was actually like, he was doing a Shashtag pranam that, please, I'm so sorry. I will never do this.
Talking to Vikrant, I'm going to ask him to reveal all the other side of the details.
Please do. And they made him dance like crazy. It was 10 baj gaye subah ke. Usually people party at night and they dance at night. No. So after this was Masiji after chai.
This was like a crazy wedding, a crazy film, and a crazy after party. This happened. I'll take you to the last question before we run out of the time, and I hope we do this something detailed later also. Yami, tell me something about your next project. It looks very interesting. A Thursday. That's the only thing I know is you're playing a school a play school teacher. That is again not you I have expected.
So there are two films which are announced yet. I mean, other announcements will follow soon. But one is Bhoot Police, which we're going to start shooting from November in Himachal,
Yep.
and which is a horror comedy.
Yep.
And there's another one called A Thursday, and which I start shooting next year onwards. And Thursday is actually it's a, you can call it a thriller slash social drama, but more on, taking ahead the, it's nothing to do with the Wednesday, but kind of taking ahead from that series,
Okay.
and because of course it was Ronnie Screwvala
Hmm.
who produced it then,
Hmm.
and Ronnie's of course producing A Thursday also. Bezad is Kambata, he's directing it. It's one of the best scripts I've come across of late, and I'm so glad that it's come my way. It's really interesting. I wish I could divulge more, but I play a school teacher who takes her own students who will be like kids, literally like in kindergarten kids, as hostages. And yeah, so she's doing it out of, she's
So
not.
it's like we can finally, I don't want to, okay, ask you to break the suspense, but we can finally see the gray shade. Like, I think we have seen so many shades, so maybe one more shade in Yami's shade card.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sitting right here, I can say it's a grey shade, but obviously when you watch the film, I mean, that's the whole idea, to take you through, the journey.
Take it to the-
But yeah, so it's really interesting, and I'm really looking forward to that script. Of course, I'm going to start with the prep work. I've already begun prep work of Bhoot Police, and in Chandigarh, but I'm be coming to Bombay soon for some workshops, and then we head back again. I don't know, in Corona times, how all these things are gonna happen, but
But they
everybody's
will.
hoping for the best. And so yeah, so some interesting work coming up soon.
Yami, just last two quick questions, and they are by your fans. They are not by me, so don't judge
Okay.
me hard.
Okay.
The first one is, who is a better dancer? From your co-stars, Ritik or Vikrant?
That I'm sure even Vikrant will say that Vikrant is a very good dancer, by the way. That also has another
Exactly.
story,
Yes.
how I got to know what a dancer is, which we must share once we have both of us together on camera. But it's Ritik. Ritik, I think, which I'm sure even Vikrant will himself also say, that Ritik, because what he adds, till date, with not just about steps, it's so many things put together when you come in front of the camera, and I think he's absolutely
I need to
outstanding.
wait for a gorgeous couple in Kabul. I really love.
Thank you.
And the last one is, will we ever see you in Punjabi films again?
I just did one film which was before Vicky Rona. I did a cameo
Yeah.
in that film. And of course, I'd love to. I mean, I've never believed or never let myself stay away from regional cinema also. I'd love to do, work in Punjabi films. If there's a really good script, which is, and I believe there is some really good work happening here, some really good roles, some good
Yeah.
scripts. I love to work in Malayalam cinema. I love to work in Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, wherever. I mean, wherever work takes me, good work takes me, calls me, I'm there. I'll be there. मैं परकट हो जाऊंगी.
Yami is all available all across, I would say, the nation as far as it's a good work. And we are looking forward to see more of you. And I hope that soon we sit for a detailed interview where I'm going to make sure to get all the fun side out of you. Because all I have been seeing is a nice, spoiled Yami. But I think it's time to get all Punjabi things out. We are going to do that super soon with you.
Of course, we will do that, Ankita, for
But
sure.
great success. I hope this continues, and I hope people keep on loving it and more people see it. And wishing you all the best for the next two
Thank
projects.
you, Ankita. Thank
Thank
you. It's so refreshing to hear this. When I know, you get to know when someone really means it, and it's not just an interview. So thank you so much for your good wishes. They really work.